Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood now at 6 p.m.
We want to get straight to breaking news here on News 6 at 6. Police are investigating a shooting at an apartment complex that left one person seriously hurt. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Yeah, glad you're with us tonight. I'm Matt Austin. The investigation happening on Millennia Boulevard at the Villages on Millennia Boulevard Apartments. News 6's Treasure Roberts is live from there now. So, Treasure, what are you seeing?
We do have limited information from Orlando police right now. We know that one person was shot and taken to the hospital where they are critical. But I can tell you a lot about what some of the neighbors here at the Villages Apartments have told me so far. But I do want you to take a look behind me. We see a few items on the ground inside of the crime scene. So far, I see a shoe, possibly a clothing item, and some plastic gloves. But the neighbors here are frustrated, especially at the front of the entrance, the front entrance. They can't get into their apartments right now. It looks like there may be another entrance around back, but it was causing a buildup of traffic out in the front. I did get a chance to speak with one woman who says she didn't want to talk to us on camera because she was afraid of retaliation from the apartment complex. She says if she speaks out, she thought the apartment complex would try to kick her out. She told me lots of different things. She says this is not a new thing here at this apartment complex. She says there have been shootings here before. There has been vandalism. At one point, her tires were slashed, and she has no idea why. Another man I spoke with here also told me there needs to be more security here because if not, this is going to keep happening. So we are going to continue to talk to neighbors here at this apartment complex and try to get someone to come on camera to tell you just why this is a problem and what Orlando police and this apartment complex need to do about it. In Orlando, Treasure Roberts getting results, News 6.
Treasure, thank you. We're staying on top of this traffic alert. Here's a live look as a part of State Road 417 is shut down in both directions because of law enforcement activity in the area. It's right near Moss Park Road, east of Narcoossee Road in the Lake Nona area. As soon as the road reopens, we'll let you know.
A family fight leads to a shooting. It left a man and a woman hurt. It happened just before noon on Fitzgerald Drive. That's right off of John Young Parkway in the 408 in Orlando. News 6's Catherine Silver tells us what she's learning about the victims, and she's hearing from their family members who have spoken to News 6 in the past about gun violence.
New at 6 now, a man accused of threatening to kill the Volusia County Sheriff entered a plea this morning. Richard Golden pleaded no contest just moments before his trial was set to start. He was arrested in New Jersey, and then investigators brought him to Volusia in March. Sheriff Mike Chitwood was at the airport to greet him right there. News 6's Molly Reed is following the case and asks the sheriff about his thoughts on the outcome. Developing at 6 now, just days before a big show, a landmark theater was destroyed by a fire. Here's a look at the Flagler Playhouse here. The roof was burned off. Devastating damage left behind. This happened overnight along East Moody Boulevard, just east of US 1 in Bunnell. Witnesses say they saw flames shooting through the roof, which prompted them to call 911. Firefighters were able to knock down the flames, but the damage was done. This historic building has been around for decades. It was the First Baptist Church and bought by the Playhouse in 2006. The community is now mourning the loss of this landmark site.
They've been doing plays here a lot, and it's one of the pieces of culture that we've lost here in Bunnell. There's going to be a lot of sadness.
Firefighters say no one was hurt during all of this. Everyone who was there rehearsing left earlier. A show called The Play That Goes Wrong was set to start on Friday. The state's fire marshal now investigating.
Tonight, SpaceX will try again to send another round of high-speed internet satellites into orbit. We're a little more than an hour away now from the launch. It was supposed to happen last night, but it was scrubbed just seconds before liftoff. Tonight's launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station is set for 7:20. If it happens, you can watch it live right here on News 6 at 7, clickorlando.com, and on the News 6 Plus Smart TV app. All right, sports anchor Ryan Welch joins us now because it is a big night for Orlando City Soccer.
Ryan, they're having their best season ever in their 9-year history. Right?
Ever. And we don't get a lot of playoff atmosphere around these parts.
That's a true story.
It's been a few years, right? Yeah. Look, we've got so much momentum for this team right now. The Lions set a number of franchise records this year, but here's when it matters most, the playoffs. It is the most important time of year for MLS fans. News 6's Brian Didlick joins us live in downtown Orlando. And Brian, what is the scene like there?
Well, Ryan, the scene is starting to really kick up here as we're seeing a sea of purple here near the Exploria Stadium. Many fans very excited about tonight's playoff game, and the Lions hope to keep that mojo going tonight in game 1 of the playoffs. Now, again, fans are still excited. The family and friends of Matthew say that they're going to be cheering extra loud for tonight's game. And again, the kickoff starts around 7 p.m., but we'll be here all night giving you the latest updates. For right now, Brian Ditlake getting results, News 6. Ryan?
All right, thank you so much, Brian. Exploria Stadium is going to be on fire tonight. Soccer fans take it to a whole other level. Coming up in sports, we'll hear from the Lions as they take that first step in the 2023 playoffs.
You like their odds?
I do, absolutely.
Okay, Ryan, thank you.
You heard it here first. Thank you. All right, something else top of mind, your Halloween forecast, Tom.
Ooh, it's going to be Halloween.
Halloween.
It's going to be a Halloween. Daytona Beach at news time, still warm, 78 degrees. Beautiful sunset going on. I'll be right back to pinpoint just how hot it's going to be tomorrow and when the cold front comes in and blows away all that heat.
But first, a woman with a short-term rental says the people who booked her home lied about their reason for staying there. They threw a Halloween party and damaged her property.
They were very disrespectful. They have to realize that this is what I do for a living. They set me back a lot.
What deputies and the short-term rental company told her when she tried to hold the renters accountable. Next.
You're watching News 6 at 6, getting results for Apopka, Orange City, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Advent Health, helping the communities we serve.
The app is like having me in your pocket. You can open it right up, boom, there's radar, boom, there's the forecast. And if there's a warning, it comes automatically to your phone. It'll save your life.
At News 6, you can see the commitment to breaking news. We don't stop until everything you need to know has been uncovered. Our choppers in the sky, reporters are on the streets, and news teams are where they need to be. Do this for you.
Stream News 6 whenever you want. Sponsored by Mattress Firm. Watch news, weather, and special investigations on your time. You can even tune in to your favorite News 6 podcast. Download News 6 Plus to your smart TV now.
Live with Matt Austin, Ginger Gadsden. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. Sports with Sports Director Jamie Say. Special reports from the investigators. And protecting our community with Eric Von Aiken. You're watching WKMG, getting results at 6 p.m.
Now at 6, imagine you rent out your house for people who say they're visiting their father in the hospital, only for them to throw a huge party, damaging your property. This one's going to make you mad. That's what happened to a woman in Brevard County.
Yeah, News 6's James Barbero has her warning one day before Halloween.
Bet she had to have a lot of uncomfortable talks with her neighbors after that.
Oh, I bet.
Well.
I bet. All right, turning now to our forecast, and we are one day away from Halloween. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joins us now. We know those chocolates are going to be a little melty.
Yeah, if you don't want them, give them to Tom.
Even if it's melted, you don't mind?
I'll throw it right in the freezer. It's be good to go. I love chocolate. You know that, right?
That's true.
Yeah, chocolate and brownies, my weakness. Man, what's your weakness? Don't you have one?
Skittles for me.
Ginger?
Ginger.
Anything with a carb.
I was like, Skittles are trash, Matt. Take a look at live weather radar. Put that in the trash.
Hey, don't judge me.
Yeah, man, Skittles are trash. Almanac page 4 today, we hit a daytime high of 87. The overnight low this morning was 67. So we did have the usual diurnal 20-degree spread going on, but we were 5 degrees above the norm. We didn't get the record, but we got way above normal. Currently in Orlando, all is good. Temperature reading here at News Times 81. Wind is from the east-northeast at 10. Wind speed and direction varies quite a bit. Things have slowed down a whole lot across the interior. That's going to be the deal into the night tonight. Wind begins to lay back, and when it does, we're going to cool off just enough that we're going to have some patchy to dense fog expected by tomorrow morning. So be ready for that. That's the headline for tonight. Patchy to dense fog overnight. Then tomorrow the fog burns off pretty quickly and we're warm. You might even say hot. kind of like today, way above normal by about 5 to 6, maybe 7 degrees. Some of you could hit 88 for the high tomorrow, and then just like clockwork, as soon as Halloween is over, the big cold front comes in, and by Wednesday, we cool down. Your trick-or-treating forecast, 83 degrees by 6 o'clock tomorrow, 83 at 6 p.m. Kids heading out, it's going to be so warm. By 7 o'clock, 80. By 8 o'clock, 78. By 9 o'clock, we're wrapping it all up. Still warm, and then quickly the next day, the front takes over. Still tropical storm season. This is nothing. It's not going to develop. It's going to go to the north. This could be something coming west across the Caribbean, getting over close to Central America before maybe drifting north. We'll keep you posted. The other big story is the cool down. Big Arctic outbreak for the nation's interior. Leading edge of the cold front already down here to see us, while the big slug of cold air is way up north. This frontal boundary comes in, and when it does, it's going to change everything. It just doesn't get here until Wednesday. A little bit of cloud cover during the overnight tonight, a little bit of cloud cover tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, the frontal boundary comes in. By 10 o'clock Wednesday morning, the cold front approaches and takes over, and we really cool out. Lows tonight, 60s all over, 64 in Orlando. Here is tomorrow.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency? You ought to call Strata.
I'm not kidding you, man. Halloween, daytime high 88. 83 by 4 p.m. Here is the week ahead. High tomorrow, 88, but 74 on Wednesday and 77 and windy on Thursday. Justin.
I'm Justin Mormith. Tonight on News 6 at 7, getting around Central Florida is about to get a whole lot easier. What this new transfer center in Pine Hills will mean for the city beautiful. Ginger.
Justin, thank you. Ryan, it feels like we just saw you, but here you are again with sports.
I missed you guys so better than ever. Serious playoff fever tonight in downtown Orlando.
4 consecutive playoff appearances for Orlando City, but expectations are different this time around. We'll hear from them ahead of their first playoff test this year. And the struggling Knights say it's all about the here and now as they search for that first Big 12 victory. This week, a familiar foe awaits. We'll hear from Gus Malzahn.
News 6 got me results and the most favorable I could get. They couldn't bring my husband back, but you made the pain kind of go away.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Starling Chevrolet.
I'm from Central Florida, and I've seen this community grow, but all of those changes lead to questions. That's why I'm moving to News 6 Evenings, to get out into the community and answer your questions in a series we call Boomtown. Weekdays at 7 p.m. on News 6.
Well, soccer fans are really hyped up for this one.
They get hyped up for everything, Ginger.
they don't need this.
But they're really hyped up for this one, too, and for good reason, though. The MLS playoffs are underway. There's already been a significant upset. Now, tonight, Orlando City will look to avoid a similar start to its playoff run. You are looking live inside Exploria Stadium. There we go. Fans starting to file in for Game 1 of the best-of-3 playoff series against Nashville. This is Orlando City's 4th consecutive playoff appearance, but the expectations, they've never been higher because the Lions are the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, have broken several team records, and are hoping this is the start of something special. And will enter Duke next fall. We'll be right back.
Thank you for spending some time with us this evening. The CBS Evening News is coming at you next.
And we'll see you back here with more headlines at 7 o'clock. We leave you now with this beautiful pumpkin sunset. Perfect for Halloween.